Alright, what's up guys? JR here. It is Monday, April 10th, 2017, and I'm going to see if I can get a short set up sometime in the very near future, but let me explain what I had kind of going on here. So basically I was kind of looking at this as like a hybrid situation, two possibilities. So it looks like what appears to be a range day to me. Came in swinging up, down, and basically I drew my short-term trend line off these first two swings. You get a break right here, and then you get two legs up to a new high. So this is going to be your first leg, pull back, and then this is going to be your second leg. So that's one way that I was looking at it. And then the second way that I was looking at it was something like this, I think. I had basically kind of like a spike in channel working up. So it wasn't until a few minutes ago that I determined that the spike in channel probably isn't the best tactic, and it's probably better off to play the break, two legs up to a new high, and then we're gonna have a range day, which most likely will pull back inside of this range, which is what I'm thinking is going to happen. So what I'm looking for now is a nice short, because as you can see we get two nicely measured legs up, and it wasn't until we broke beneath the EMA and broke the bottom of that spike and channel trend line that I had drawn that what did I even start saying? Sorry, I got distracted. I'm getting text messages at the same time, but it wasn't until we broke beneath the EMA and kind of broke that trend line that I realized, okay, we're not going higher, because up until then I was looking for a second entry long. If it was a nice second entry above the EMA and trend line, I was going to go ahead and take it. I was kind of hoping that we would flip like what we did right here, so I'm happy for that, and we'll see if we can get a nice failed second entry long, or maybe a breakout pullback to retest this area off the EMA, off the trend line, get a nice bearish bar, and then go ahead and short that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go to pause, and I'll see what happens. Alright, so we got a pretty nice looking bearish bar right here. This is going to be our failed second entry long. It's kind of a breakout pullback short back to the EMA. It's not off of our trend line, but I still like this for a short setup because we have a tad bit of congestion right here, and we had congestion right here, which we kind of broke out, pulled back to, and this is our reversal pattern. That's a good looking bar. And I'm just going to go ahead and tighten my stop to one tick above that. So my entry is 59.25, and first target is going to come off at 1 point, which is going to be 58.25, which is about, I think that's 2 or 3 ticks before the low, which is a good place to get out on this. And then the second target, let me go ahead and get a measured move, and maybe that will give me kind of a better kind of gauge of where we're going. So second target initially is at 57.25. Depending on how quickly we move down, I may go ahead and drag this target down to, where's that going to be? Around about 55. We'll probably go for 55.25. So we'll see if we can get a nice 4 points out of that and see how that one. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to put it there. So we'll see. But I do like the setup. Failed second entry long. Good looking signal bar. Kind of a breakout pullback. And should be a pretty nice trade. So we're going to put it on pause, and I'll be back as soon as we get some form of a change. Alright, so I think we might get that first contract right now. Let me go ahead and mark all the trades that I saw today. This is my first trade of the day because unfortunately I had to take my sister somewhere this morning, so I missed not a decent portion. I missed like the first 30 minutes, so not too bad, but bad enough. I like these two trades so far, and then this short as well. And then there was a long right here. It looked a little bit sketchy to me, but it is a failed second entry, and it's kind of hugging the trend line, and at this point I guess you'd expect us to come up and retest these highs, so that could be a possible trade. We'll see if that's on the chart review or not, but since this is kind of stalled a tad bit, I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and well, let's just wait and see how this bar closes. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Shout out to you guys, man. Like, you guys actually really watch my videos. That's actually pretty funny to me, but thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I can put out a 20-minute long video just kind of rambling and going on a rant, and you guys will sit back and watch it, and that's It's a good but yet strange feeling, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for that. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your views. It's cool, man. It's cool. It feels good. But gonna go back to pause, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I should have waited for a second entry. It's kind of hard to decide in some situations, because if I had waited for a second entry, this probably would have just taken off and gone down, and I would have been like, oh, I knew I should have taken that. And then the time that you don't wait for the second entry is when you get in, and then something like this will happen. But we've tested this area several times, kind of tested it right there, pulled back, tested it again, and then you see that's pretty good rejection off the EMA and that previous area of support. So hopefully that turned into resistance, and we should be good. We just need a little push down, and we should be good. And I know once we break beneath this, we should see a nice little pop to the downside, and we might be able to get this runner. Let me play around with this trend line actually and see if let me draw it off this one right here. And then that kind of is encapsulated by that trend line right there as well. So yeah, we should be good. Looking at this trade, we should be good. I do prefer the first way that I have it drawn, but this could be valid as well. So only time will tell. But I think we'll be all right either way. So back to pause. All right, so I think this is it right here. All right, there we go. So that was a pretty nice short. Failed second entry long. I have my short-term downtrend working down. You also had a bit of a range right here. This is kind of a breakout pullback back to the EMA and back to retest that previous area of support, which is now turned into resistance. And the bottom's falling out of this thing. Beautiful. Nice. Hopefully we can get that 4-point runner down here. And let me just talk about this concept of resting orders once again, because I talk about this all the time, and it's really powerful, man. It's really powerful. Basically, people buy down here, and then they put their sell stops right up top here. So, for example, since I sold up top here, I put my buy stop right a few ticks above the previous area where I sold, and I'm pretty sure that other people sold right here as well. So if prices were to break up past this level, you'd most likely see an influx of buying come into the market due to the fact that they're running those stops, like how you see an influx of selling come in because they're running the people's buy stops who the people sell stops who bought right down here. So it's a powerful concept. It works. It'll help you a lot when determining when to enter and where to exit and where there will most likely be strength in the market. And this turned out to be a really nice trade. Hopefully I'll be able to get 5 points off this. And yeah, that's cool because I actually have to leave in a little bit too. So that's satisfying to get a trade like that before. And we may even come all the way down to these lows. But yeah, see, there we go. Really nice short right there. Good job. Yeah, we may even come all the way down to these lows since it is a range day, but I liked going for the measured move approach. So you get your first leg down right here, and then this is going to be your second leg, and then boom, that's where we stopped. And it appears like we're getting a tad bit of a bounce right there, and we're really far away from the EMA. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys again for watching. Really appreciate that. Thank you for all your suggestions. I know there's still some comments that I haven't responded to. I just want to thank you guys for your comments anyways. I'll see about sitting down and responding to those comments soon. Busy today and tomorrow, so I may not have that much time. And if I don't respond to your comment, please don't take it personally. I read it. I appreciate it. And just thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you sometime soon.